Okay. Bye, Bryce. Hi, guys. How are you today? Um, 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 um. Oh, I did not see all your chatting that happened just a little bit ago. So, of course, I missed it all because Bryce and I were talking about um, some things that we have planned for you guys for this weekend. Um, I know that Bryce and Bryce went to go try and put on a live stream for you guys. That was a replay. And um, he went through to try and set it up, and we can't set it up as a live stream currently. So he is going to keep working on that. So we'll see how that goes. Debbie is doing well, but between the chemo and the tummy bug, it really has hit her hard, and she's very tired. So she just wasn't up to doing it on Saturday, and I'm sure that everyone understands. And so hopefully you guys get all of this information, and we'll go ahead and start digging in because it looks like there are people that are already here. So I'm going to say that I saw, hi Irene, hi Thelma, hi Mary, hi Glenn. And if I missed you from up above, I really apologize. Oh, Mary T as well. Oh, there's Diane. So I am glad to see you all here. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at Hunky Dory. This was the leftover that I ran out of time showing you guys on last Wednesday. And I want to let you know that I'm going to be putting on YouTube one of the cards that we did from the, oh dear, Whimsical World. So the Whimsical World that I did last week, and I showed you guys the cards from my family. There have been enough purchases that we can go ahead and start doing some of those card videos for you. So we'll wait. The one that is the most requested one of doing it with the little pop-up piece, I will do as my last card from that group. And you may find that the whole set is on for recording here in a little while. So we'll see how it goes, but we're getting there. So I can go ahead and post a video with a couple of the different cards and what we did, and they now have accents and things on them. So they are ready to go. Oh, and Mary R says that she is about time to pick a winner soon because it is almost the end of the month. So as of February 1st, it rolls over to a new month. And so please make sure that you add your comments at the end of today and that you add your comments on Saturday. And even if it doesn't become a live stream on Saturday, there will be a video available for you in regular YouTube that will be set up to start. That's brand new. And I'll explain that a little bit further once we have a few extra people that maybe haven't had a chance to join us yet. So this is the Whopper Topper Wild World of Steampunk. And the first one that you saw was our beautiful owl. I think that you guys have probably seen this one before, but it's here and it's beautiful. So I'm going to show it one more time because I haven't seen the inside of it. So, when the person that's working here hasn't seen the inside, it's probably a good time to take a look. Let's see. There was the horse and here's the dragon. I can come in just a little bit closer and that might help too. So you get, with a Whopper Topper set, you always get well, I can't say always, but as far as I can ever recall, you get a border or two. You get at least one sentiment, and then you have your topper set. So you can use this with a lot of your other background papers, whether it's the background papers that Hunky Dory makes, or you use the linen from Craft Perfect, the classic card paper, or any type of background that you want, and you can have yourself a beautiful card. And keep in mind, we've done cards that we've used no backgrounds because we've run out of paper, and so we've used things like velveteen or linen card or glitter card, and Miri would be beautiful with these as well. So these are a great way to do something fun that looks excuse me, a little bit different than maybe some of the regular steampunk, because we've had the steampunk Arcadia. But and we had a steampunk, we had another steampunk, and I know that we've had some with the gears for the Midnight Butterflies in the past. But there's one other one that we had other than Animal Arcadia, and right now the thought escapes me. I'm going to fumble over words today. I've been having trouble sleeping at night. And so whenever that happens, my brain just doesn't work quite as well, and I struggle a little bit more for words. So bear with me. Thank you, Thelma, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Mary T, too. Thumbs up are always helpful. And I'll run through a quick reminder of all of those things at the very end. Look at that ladybug. Oh, that one's so cute. Then we've got our dragonflies. And look at this elephant. It is so beautiful. Hope you have a day to remember, is what the statement says. Time to celebrate. And that's the last one. So out of the Whopper Topper set, you get 3 of 12 different designs. So that means you get 21 toppers in all. So that's pretty amazing. And it gives you all that you need to really do a card and do it well. And I guarantee that you've got something in the little, at least I have some things in my craft space, and I've spoken to a few of you in the past, and I know that you guys have some extra things in your craft space. So I'm pretty positive that it will probably work out perfect for you to be able to find some backgrounds for those. The gift tag sentiments, I quickly showed you the notes saying that it was a gift tag sentiments, but we ran out of time to go through it. So these are set up to go on bags. They're a little bit bigger, but honestly, I think that I like this size to either put in, that's the size of the whole tag. So it would be great to put in either on a bigger card or on the inside of your card. And they're just absolutely great. So you can do both for cards and for gift tags. You can make it for bookmarks, you name it, you've got some options. So on the arrival of your little girl, hope your day is filled with love and laughter. Hello to a brand new baby boy, to a man can't read it upside down, to a man in a million. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. To the lovely lady who's like no other. It's hard for me to read the handwriting upside down. Time to celebrate. You're in my heart just because, and have a super cool day. And then they've done that in pink, red, green, white, gray. It's kind of a grayish blue. I won't say that it's really gray. Kind of a grayish blue. And then the next set, thinking of you. Congratulations are in order. What an achievement. We're proud of you. On your retirement, cheers to you. Bon voyage. It's only goodbye for now. Good luck in your new home. With love, hip hip hooray, fantastic news to my very best friend. And then those are again in the same colors, red, green, pink, white, light blue, navy. Oh, wait, this one's now changed. This is a different saying set with new colors. So this one says, hooray for you on your birthday. Special wishes for birthday girl. Hugs and kisses, sending birthday wishes just for you on your special day. Here's a little something just for you. Cheers to the birthday boy. Many happy returns, and make a wish. So those are this set, and it comes in navy royal blue color, in a darker, almost like caramel color, dark green, forest almost, in a lilac, in a turquoise-esque, maybe like mint green, maybe, greenish blue. Hi, Norillis. How are you guys? And Adeline, how are you doing tonight? This set is to an utterly amazing grandson. I'm going to get off of the darker colors because it's reflecting in my glasses, so I'm having trouble. To an utterly amazing grandson, to very special son, best wishes, especially for you, Dad, to a wonderful uncle, for two amazing people who mean the world to me, with love to the whole family, to my husband with love always, to a brother like no other, to a wonderful granddad on your special day. And then it again is in those same colors, the royal blue, the forest green, the caramel, the lilac, the mint green. And then we have a new set. Especially for the happy couple, well done to you, from me to you. You did it, woohoo. That was not very exciting. I'm sorry, it's the lack of sleep. Okay, you did it, woohoo. Okay, good luck, especially for you. Hi, Stephanie. I miss you. How very exciting. A little birdie told me, and all my love. And these come in a dark red, not quite mahogany, but pretty dark red, crimson maybe, yellow, kind of a sagey green. Hi, Sunny. How are you? I am going to introduce you to my friend Sunny. She goes by Deborah Lotta, and or excuse me, that's her name. She goes by Sunny, and she is one of our local people, and she has been watching from the sidelines, and she's been wanting to chat and has finally figured out how to chat online. So, and Stephanie as well. I didn't realize when I saw hi Stephanie earlier. Stephanie is also one of our group. And so it's great to see you guys online. So there's the sage. There is the teal. It's a little bit more blue, but it does have some teal overtones to it. It's not quite as blue as that looks on my screen anyways. Oh, you're welcome. I like to be able to know what's in here, and what I am thrilled that we get to open it up and read them, because I was very surprised when I first opened one of these, and it had a lot of dads and moms and brothers and uncles. I am really excited to see that this comes with open-ended sayings, and so I really like that. And how did some of these go with your cards that maybe you have just a tiny few tags over from your set? So a great way to use some as well. Thank you so very much. Get well soon. Sending wishes to you with deepest sympathy. So sorry for your loss. Hello, friend. Super Sar. Just to say, handmade with love just for you. Best wishes. Raise a glass. Congratulations. Sending all my love today and always. So this set is in yellow, that darker red, mahogany, more of a sailor, a gray, the blue. And then this last set is especially for mom and dad, to mom and dad, with lots of love. To amazing auntie, nobody could ask for a more perfect. To a truthful granddaughter, to a super special grandma, to no one like you, Nan, to an absolute fabulous sister, to my wonderful with love always, to mom and dad with lots of love. I read that one. So this is our more geared towards our immediate family. And I really appreciate that they remembered these still, that it wasn't the focal point for the entire set. So I'm very thankful for these gift tags. Okay, so we've got cream, magenta purple, kind of has a little royal purple, more magenta-y. Bright pink. Another kind of lilac. It's a little more subdued. Some people would maybe call it another blue. This blue looks more like what I think when I look at this blue color is actually what I see for this one when I look at the screen almost. But you can definitely see the difference between more of a teal here. So I want to point that out. And then we have the last set. Hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you enjoy every moment. What wonderful news. Happy anniversary. May all your wishes come true to someone special. Relax and enjoy your special day. Make a wish. And sorry it's late, because that would be mine right there. Sorry it's late, because I have more things that I try and get done in a week than I have time for. So that happens. But sometimes I am late, so it's nice to have a couple of those in there. And those are also in the same colors that we just looked at as the family set. So that is our new Essential Book of Gift Tags and Sentiments. I like this set a lot, and it will probably be going in my cart very soon. We have looked at the Lavender Fairy and the Lavender and Fairies basics, but I wanted to go through with you because there were things that we haven't done in each of these, and that is actually go through some of the extra papers. And honestly, there's the basics that we went through last time. That was this one. And so you can see all the little pieces here. We'll show them again. It will repeat itself in a couple of these other ones. It's the same thing that I showed you in the 6x6 before. So this paper right here is what we looked at when we were looking at the 6x6. Excuse me, this is not the basics. This is the Lavender Fairies. So I'm going to show it to you in the 12x12. But we do have it in a 6x6, and we have the basics in a 6x6. So here's the basics, and this is the one that I showed you before. There's like 2 places where there's fairies, and other than that, you really kind of have some open-ended ways to be able to use it, and you can always use the other side of the paper. So these we've looked at as well. These are our fairies that are die-cut push-outs, and I'm going to come in just a little bit closer, because I'm going to open it up and let you see again some of these, because I was really quick last week, so I set them aside to take the time to do it today, especially because we did not have any new orders this last week. We do have a few things coming in next week, so that will be good, and we have some new sets of Graphic 45 coming out very soon. So these are beautiful. These are the die cutouts that are embossed as well as die cut for you. So it's not part of the snip and cut, or the cutouts is what they call theirs. So these are all punch outs, and they have got some beautiful purples, beautiful pieces. And I really do like these fairies that have the side flight. I think they're very pretty. For some reason, I like fairies in as not silhouettes, but as side views. instead of straight on, and I don't know why that is, but maybe it's because it's what I've gotten used to seeing and looking at in the past, and maybe that's just kind of where my brain goes. So these are the quick die cuts that we had last time. These match a lot of the basics, but I want to show them again in case you missed them. So these are the embossing ones with quick die cuts. This one, I am having trouble having it hit the light just right. There you go. So that one, you could see the thinking of you up here. And it kind of did its gloss. I think I'm maybe just not holding them up quite well enough. There we go. So we've got our embossing that, because of the browns in there and the way that they embossed it, it actually looks gold with some of them. Others don't, but this one does, and I'm sure that it's because of the brown. You can see that fairy now. So now I know what angle to get these so that you can see the gloss. And then I say that and I won't be able to do it with this set. There we go. There's the flowers right there. And it almost looks silver, doesn't it? It's amazing how it reflects the colors, but this really is a clear emboss that they're putting over the top, but it really brightens up those colors. So that is on all of these. I love these. These are so pretty. You are pure magic, keeping you close to my heart. Those are also all embossed. Anytime that you buy the cutout ones, the die cutouts from Paper Hearts, they're all going to be embossed. Instead of it being a regular cutout and it's a die cutout, they emboss them as well. So they make them super special for you. And it says, there is beauty in small things. Aren't those pretty? Then you've got a pack of butterflies and dragonflies. And then you have these beautiful guys. So those are really lovely. And let's see, what else do we have in this set? I think I'm going to go to this one since we're still on embossed die cuts. So this means that you have 3 sets of embossed die cuts that you can purchase that will go with these cards. These card basics as well as your main set. So Paper Roses does a main set like what you would normally see in a lot of the in a lot of your pieces. So let's see. Yep, my brain is not working today. Let's see. Crafter's Companion does a lot of backgrounds, and so I kind of feel like those are similar to our basics. They're kind of a little bit more of a background style, although Crafter's Companion can also stand alone, and so can the Paper Roses basics. We've got some borders here. And these have, by the way, in this set, no fairies. So if you don't want any fairies in your pack, you've got it. There's still a unicorn, but that's okay. Unicorns are awesome. Fairy houses are adorable. And then here's our last one. I love that deer. I think that's my favorite in this entire little set. So, so it comes with either the basics or their main line, and it has lots of pictures that you use to be able to set up as your topper sets or to set up as your buildables around your backgrounds. And then you've got these die cutouts that you add like embellishments. These are really, really what Graphic 45 would consider to be ephemera. So that's how those work. And there's always, and we don't always carry all of it because sometimes they sell out. We order all of it, but sometimes they don't come in. So this is the Paper Roses collection. You get so much in this collection, and I'll open it up here in just a second. You've got a quick cards collection, and then you have the die cutouts, 2 different kinds of 6x6s, the basics, and then these regular paper collections. So let's take a look really quick at the cards. You're going to get some of those die cuts that were in one of the first ones. So these are the same flowers that I just showed you. Same fairies. So you get that first set of die cutouts that I showed you with some of the other die cuts that I just showed you. So you really do get a little bit of a mix of different options. So I want to be able to show you that they kind of blend them all together in these little quick card sets. The quick card sets are made as both landscape and vertical. And so you're going to have, and I believe they're 6x4s. Yes, 6x4s. I say that, and now I'm questioning that for myself. Hang on just a second. You get 18 double-sided 6x8 patterned papers, 3 each of 12 designs, 4 sheets of 6x8 embossed pop-out die cuts, and an inspiration sheet printed on 200 GSM paper. Now, this is a little bit thicker to me than the actual papers, so it's really clear that they're sending you this inspirational sheet as a little bit of a thicker paper, but they're really close. I don't see much difference between the two, but if my fingers aren't deceiving me, they feel like this is a little bit thicker than the regular paper. Okay, these do not come with cards like 3/4 does. They just send you the die cuts, the inspiration sheet, and then the cards. The idea is that you can use your boning folder and fold these in half because you've got a background on here, and then you can use this as your front. And that's kind of how they're looking at these. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out just a little bit more. That's how they're really looking at these. However, you can totally make this go further if you cut them in half, and then you've got an extra 6x8, and you can just put it on the front of your own A6. So here's our other page. It's got a great fun back. This one is beautiful, beautiful. There's no other way to describe it. The purples. Isn't that gorgeous? And there is a little bit of a satin, and it's not shiny per se, but because of the darkness of those purples, it does grab the light and make it shine. I don't know if you saw that. I literally just have overhead lights. It's not like I have a spotlight to have it shine on it. So you can see where they've added the dye to the background papers. They're so pretty. I really love how they do their work. And then look at this side. It makes me happy. Now you can see why my intro in saying hello to you guys is that Paper Roses is making me sing today. Pretty purples. And then you're getting doubles. So you get 2 of each of these. And so, nope, wait, 2, 3. So you can truly get an immense amount of papers in this. Really, really you can. So it's a good way to get some of your die cuts and some of your papers. If you don't want to have all of it and have to do a whole bunch or have bigger papers, this is one of the great ways to go. I love that more and more places are coming out with collections. It makes for more compact in your crafting space, but sometimes you just need a 12 by 12. So, especially with all these beautiful die cuts, you're going to need a 12 by 12, guys. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to bring it out now further. Nope, nope, not closer, further. This is our 12 by 12 of the regular collection, not the basics. And honestly, some of the basics, they both have two different styles. So if we have time, I'm going to show you both sets of the Paper Roses vintage roses that came in. And so you can see what the differences are between the basic and the regular collection, but you'll see that they run along similarities, and you can use them. This is great. You've got a front section of your page that you can use, but they also put all of these things on the back. It's always great how they give you that much extra. So here's one of the things that's different between the collection. They're going to give you little topper type sets that are already cut out. Think of them as I don't know. I think of them as just pieces of ephemera or journal card type style. This is beautiful colors. I love all of this purple. And keep in mind, this is Fairies in Lavender. So when you're looking at this set, in that whole printout section, there was a little fairy right here and a little fairy right here. And that's it on the page of focal points. So I know we talked about this earlier. There's a lot of fairies that are coming out right now. It's the in thing to do at this time. I also love that there's all this purple coming out. It's also, people are kind of getting the message about people love purple. And so it's coming out more and more frequently, but this set gives you the ability to, if you don't want to use the fairy, it's not like they're filling up pages and pages with fairies and then you have to take your lavender with what's on it. Instead, there's lots of lavenders, lots of beautiful colors, and then they have a fairy here and there. Some of these are tags. You can see the punch out here, 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 but they don't all show up with punch tags. There's not one there. And maybe this was an error. Nope, there's no punch tag hole here either. So it could be that you can use some of these, like this one. You can cut out the tag here and cut here and just fold the two sections together, and then you still have the tag hole punch. And you can put your ribbons and things in there, but now you can open up and have just a little tagged card. And so that would be fun too. Got lots of dark colors on the back. This one's a fairy house with lots of beautiful flowers. Oh, look at all of those peonies. Those are definitely peonies. Got polka dots on the back. Beautiful butterflies. And then it goes through the same set again. So you get 2 of each print in your 12 by 12 set collection. And how many pages total? So there are 12 pages total in this. And then, like we talked about, if you want to keep everything compact, but you really love this set, this is a great way to go. You've got your lavender and fairies 6 by 6. You've got some cutouts. So these are hand cutouts. These are not die cuts. And I want to point out that you will not get always the same prints in the cutouts as you do in the die cut ones with the embossing. So you will have different things if you buy each item in the set. Some will be similar, but they will be different. There are sayings in here in black and in white for you to be able to cut. You get some backing papers. You get some cardstock. You get some envelopes. You get an inspiration booklet, and it walks you through. It walks you through the different ways that you can put it in. They give you a scale of 100%, so you should be able to look at this card and you should be able to hold it up, and it should be approximately this size. So they've tried to make sure that they're giving you a very clear look at what's available and how to do it. I mean, you can see really that this is going to give you a nice big picture. Sometimes we don't get as big of pictures as we hope for when we end up with project pictures, but these are great. So I appreciate it. And then you get your die cutouts. They put it inside their inspiration pages because they don't want them to pop out. And as you can see, this looks like one of our sets that I showed you earlier. Look at that. However, one of the pages is fairies, so it came from the other set. This came from the set with no fairies. So you can really see how they intermix and work with all of them. But this is what you get in an actual paper cut card making kit from Paper Roses. They're great. I love them. I love the fact that I can use them, and it comes in a little bag. You can keep it all together. It's really nice and compact, so I can keep it close by me if I'm doing something and I may be like listening to TV, but maybe not watching TV. That's how I do a lot of my stuff, just because, I don't have time to do it all. So I have to figure out how I'm going to get away with getting some entertainment while I'm busy making. So there's that one. I'm going to set that one aside really quick. We did do the Visiting Fairyland from 3/4 design last week. However, we went through the pictures that are part of this set. I showed them to you in the 8x8 version. We talked about how the 8x8 version was a great way to get your you could make a little cute booklet. It's got a whole storyline through here. It's more little quotes, but they kind of lead through on a forest, and the different things and sayings are very cohesive together. So you could have a blast doing a little book. This one is specifically set up because, as you know, 3/4 makes card ones. They also make scrapbooking ones. And then they try and, for the scrapbooking ones, give you the option of having both scrapbooking as well as card options. However, they show everything in scrapbooking style in their examples, but you can always look to see more. Those QR codes are a way to look. Okay. Inside this set, you're going to get punch outs. These have the punch outs. If someone wants to relook at the papers in the bigger set, I'm more than happy to show it, but I feel like I just showed it, and so I don't want to bore you if you aren't interested, because I got more stuff to talk about. Okay, there's that. So these are little strip areas. They're almost 4 inches of a 12 sheet. So basically you're getting thirds of the page. So this gives you a whole bunch of little sayings to go on cards or to tuck in with your scrapbooking. This gives you some hideaway pieces or some topper sets to your cards. These are cutouts. So you get not only the die punch outs, the die cut punch outs, but you also have cutouts with the 12 by 12s. You really get the most bang for your buck with the 12 by 12. I know that we talked about that in another set that I showed last week. I think that it was the lilac one. That's my favorite one. Go figure. All those beautiful purples again. You've got some watercolor pages for some backgrounds to some of your papers. You can also use these like a tent fold or a vertical tent fold, and you'll have yourself a 4x6. So these can be your cards themselves. So that is what's inside a 3/4 design for their 12 by 12 packs. Anything else you're going to find with the 3/4, you're going to get lots and lots and lots of goodies. Does anyone want to see these pages? I'm going to set it aside, and if I see something pop up, then I'll be more than happy to re-show it. Okay. I'm going to bring out this beautiful vintage rose paper. I tempted you guys last week with this 6x6, and then I said, nope, we're going to take the time to really look at it next week because I ran out of time last week. So I promise we're going to show this. Hold on because I've got some announcements that go with that. So before we do that, I asked Debbie if we could, because Valentine's Day is coming up quickly, and I know that different people do Valentine's different for different families, friends. We do a lot of school projects because Emma's in school, so therefore a lot of Valentine things that she can do, and then I can just kind of help support her doing. We've had these before. But these are some Valentine's pieces, and we just kind of wanted to remind you some of the things that were maybe in the store. And I don't know if the discussion that I had with Debbie on these is that what I'm showing that she is going to put them in your newsletter. And then from there, I'm not sure how much of a sale or if a sale. So I just want to throw that out there. So we're going to just try and see what we can do. This is in our stamping section currently. So our stamping section, some of them were on sale, but not all of them. I will tell you that as we're having our inventory sales, our goals are to try and either do sales on things that we have a good amount of or things that we have ones and twos of. And so these hearts are something that we have a good amount of. And you basically, if you remember from our previous stamping classes from years ago on Thursdays, it's using 2 different colors, and it sets the colors for 2 different spaces. So this you may use in a lighter and then this in a darker because it's heavier and thicker, but your darker will sit on top of your lights. If you do it the other way around, then your lights are going to get mixed in with these darkers and may get a little blurry. So I recommend that your lighter one be here and your darker one be here. What size are those solid colors? Just a moment. You mean the watercolor colors in the Visiting Fairyland? The size is, they've cut them into thirds for off of your 12 by 12. So those cards are almost 4 inches by 6 inches if you cut it in half, or currently they're at at just shy of 4 inches, and they're 12 inches long. So you can either get them as background colors or you can get them as your actual card like we had discussed. So there you go. So here's one. We've got this little guy. I absolutely love him. He is our Heart Hands Wiper insert. So what it does is it takes your card and it takes and you put this little piece on the inside of your card. So the outside can have your hearts and everything on it, but you can set something inside and hide it in the back. But these little hands come up, and as the card opens, it then makes the shape of this. So it makes the hands look like they're coming up and making the heart shape. So the little tiny, of course, they showed this one with the hands looking like, yay, but it's really, by the time that they open the card up all the way, let me get to that little tiny. Nope, wrong direction. Come on, telescope. There we go. Pushing the wrong button. So see right there? It gives you the little heart shape. It is so cute. And it really does work once you open it all the way, and it's being held instead of being flat. It actually does look like a heart if you keep it open. So there you go. All right. Here's my little box of treasures that I quickly grabbed things as I was pulling people's orders. I'm like, oh, hey, that has the possibility to have a neat heart idea with it. This is Trio Lovebird Berries stamps. These are little tiny squares. I'm going to open this up. We have these in more than just the stamp, more than just this style. There are stamps, there are embossing folders, but basically if you get and you buy both sets, you get an embossing folder with a die. So you've got the embossing folders, and then you have these stamps that go with it that you can use on a separate piece of paper, and you've got cutouts for the bird and for this right here. And then you can put these around in other places. But the two dies are this one and this one, and it's two different sections of a set. And so I love them. I think that they're so sweet. This one in particular is probably one of my favorites, but we all know the reason why. It's because it has a bird on it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm too predictable. Anyways, these have little tiny embossing folders. They make the cutest little notelet cards. I have one. They're a lot of fun. I have one of the fall leaves, and I think that we are really close to being out of that one, but this is in our tattered lace ones. And we've had the stamp sale for 2 weeks now, and I'm not sure. Let me see, because I've tried to keep my phone handy nearby me. Let me see if Debbie sent me a message as to if she has a stamp or a sale plan in mind for the next couple of weeks. So with that, nothing there yet. So with that, when I'm showing all of these things, when you get your newsletter, if she's adding on an extra sale or she's putting all of Valentine's on sale, I don't know exactly what she's going to do, but we're still working on inventory. So we've got options ahead of you. So you'll be able to find that on your newsletter. Based on how she's feeling today, I'm definitely going to say that her newsletter is going to be a little, maybe out early. I never know about her. She really wants to make sure that you guys get those newsletters as quickly as possible. But at the same time, with the tummy bug and then chemo, the very next week, she's very, very tired. So we'll just have to see how it goes for this week. These are hot foiled. This one says with love. This is a Santoro embossing folder with little hearts on it. It is so sweet and so cute. And I actually pulled out a few Santaros because Santaro is a portion of it's put on or produced with a Crafter's Companion, but Santaro is its own art group. And so they focus in a more, they usually have these girls, they'll have girls, this one happens to be a little bit more flowy than some, but they usually have little dresses. If it's the stamps, they have, and they're all dressed up really fancy and cute. You can see there's one with an umbrella, this girl holding an umbrella. I think it's probably one of their more famous ones. Anyways, this is some of the extras that you can get with the stamps. It's not just about the stamps. So there's the embossing folders, and they have just sweet little accessories that go with them. These are all little hearts on sticks. I've used them in the past in some of my classes because I love them. I absolutely love them. I think they're so sweet. We do not have a lot of these anymore. They are pretty much close to being sold out. So if you like them and you want them, I encourage you to grab some. They work great inside as your bow maker pins. Just a pretty little top drop in a hat. This one is our decoupage papers. And it is the really thin paper, just like our Couture Creations has. It's the exact same feel and the exact same thickness. So this one is in red with little flowers. And so I thought that would be a good Valentine choice. But they also have purple with little white hearts on it. It's so sweet. So that is some of that set. I then tried to make sure that I grabbed other pieces as well. I tried to do a little bit from different places just because I didn't know if we were going to be able to do all of it or just a little bit of it. This is our Penny Black die. It's called All My Hearts, and you get 6 different hearts. They come all together, so you can just run them all through at the same time, so long as you don't break them apart. If you do want to break them apart, they make great apertures, so just a thought on that. And then the other thought with that aperture is right behind it, you can put in some of that decoupage paper, and it looks really cute. So just a thought, and you would be able to use this as your decoupage piece to get all of the print behind these little hearts. So that's just a thought and an idea of how you can use it. You can use it with any papers and do the same kind of a thing. This one is a die and stamp. It's a hot foil. It will not only stamp and create a foil shape of a heart, but it will also cut it out. So it is a die as well as a hot foil. At least it says that it is a die. Yeah, foil, stamp, and cut dies. So they do cut. So they'll cut right along there, and you will have a lovely little heart stamp in foil. This is Rambling Roses. We may not think of this as being a Valentine, but I want to read some of these words to you and have you think about it from that perspective. So we've got hope, laugh, bliss, treasure, live, love, wonder, life is beautiful, remember, roses are red, violets are blue, one big happy family, thanks for being you, dreaming of you. So these are just sweet little stickers of sayings that you can put on your papers. A lot of them go with those purples, and I think that it does have a couple of family name ones on it. I believe one, but all the rest are what I think of as my friendships. These are what I feel when I have my friendships. So Valentine's is not just for the love in your life. It's also for your friendships and your loved ones as well. So that's why I pulled that one out. Then we've got the Victorian Valentine. It is stickers and sayings. It's got little tag sections as well as to and from tags. You get 2 sets. They're both the same. And it says things like, be my Valentine, love's message, be mine with love and devotion, forever and ever to the one I love, a gift of love, love's grand sweet song, this heart of mine is ever thine, Valentine greetings, my fairest Valentine, a token of love. And then they've got little prints as well as borders for tags too. And that is from Doe Crafts Paper Mania. And so we have some of those still in stock. This looks like the funnest ever corners and border sections that you could possibly do for Valentine's. Look at how sweet some of those corners are. They're not just for Valentine's, but you can use them for other things as well. They do have the little heart sections that match, but you can always use this one. You can always use that one. And honestly, almost any of these other pieces through here, you can also use, not just this time of year. So we've got our little cute hearts here, and then there is a old style version of the royal heart. There was another name for it as well. There's another heart here. But otherwise, you get a lot in this little pack of dies. It is great, and you can use it for Valentine's and then put it on your cards as much as you want. Here's also a foil and press. I do not believe that this is a die. No, it is a stamp and die cut, so I should know better by now. The Gemini ones are usually always a stamp and die cut unless it's a full page, and I have a full page one. Let me tell you, it's candelabras, and I've got one of flowers, and they are gorgeous. They don't cut anything out, but you get a huge page of them, like that will fit a 5x7. So we have those too, and those are amazing. But this little heart is so beautiful, and it will print, it will put your foil on, and it will cut it out, and it should look like this when you get ready to attach it. Let me get that little picture up for you. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So you can put that around anything, really, truly. It's amazing. I love that one. Studio Light came out with a great and fun little package. It is little hearts. You cut it in one fell swoop. Of course, all the extra little decoration pieces are not, but this piece right through, and I'm going to have a problem because it's in the camera that I'm looking at. So the piece from here up through here is all a heart shape, and you fold it, and it becomes a little 3D pocket. So it is so, so cute. They show it looking like this when you're done. So it reminds me a lot of like a candy heart look, but it is 3D looking. You can also then just use, if you want, some of the heart shapes, or you can cut one of these heart shapes if you want that size, but you've got hearts, circles that look like flowers, smaller hearts, floral stems, flowers, little add-on embossing, little add-on embellishment pieces. You've got a more, and you have an ampersand. Wonder why the ampersand. Oh, it's not a more. I just can't read because it's backwards. It's you and me. Okay, I was just not looking close enough. It's got a little tag in there, as you can see. So there's lots and lots of goodies in here along with the border. They are so much fun. Look at that. Somebody put it on a straw, it looks like here. So they've put it on a little straw. So there are some cute things on here, and I recommend any of these as Valentine options. I've got Pinpoint Heart Plate. It's a slim card by Memory Box. It really is what it looks like on the front. You're going to get little pin pricks on it. So they recommend that you use it with cardstock, felt, fabric, and shrink plastic. I wonder what it would look like on shrink plastic. That would be interesting. I'll have to check that out. We've got some at home. So these will leave little tiny dots all the way around. You could use your watercolors with this, your alcohol inks with this. You can use your Jamie Sparkles with this and run it through the plate and just put a little stamp on there. Even if you don't want a huge slim card, you can also cut it in half and you can make a little 4x6 out of it. So you can have a lot of fun with this one. It would give you lots and lots of fun out there. Hi, Truth. How are you today? I came across this and I was pulling it for somebody and I just had to pull it because it's not only beautiful, but it's birds and hearts and embroidery. So if you haven't done an embroidery card yet, refer back to one of my videos on how to count. I blew up a card so that you could actually see how to count, and I used a big huge plastic needle and yarn so that you guys could see really well. I always recommend you take a look at that again so that you can see how to do these. They are you've got holes there that you can see and you can put your needles through. And it's every 5. So it really is something that is simple to do and run through. It does take some time, but this is kind of one of those things that is one of my TV listening projects. And then we have hot off the press holographic papers. You get 3 in the pack when you order them. This is a big, huge pack that I have of it at the time, but it's something that we have a good amount of currently in stock. And so I thought maybe it would be fun to see because we haven't really used this, but look at how much it reflects and makes so much fun out of the light ahead of you. Look at that. It's amazing. I love this stuff. So there's that. We've got polka dot ribbons that are red, white, and pink. Actually, no, I believe they're just red and white. I think the pink shows up when you put the red with the white. And then we have these lovely little bow maker pieces that are, these are plastic ones that are shaped like hearts. I'll pull one out so that it just doesn't look like a whole bunch of, who knows, just a big pile of silver. But it looks like that. And you do your bow in that. And this organza looks really pretty with this. It really lightens and brightens up the bow and kind of gives it a center. Anyways, that is some of, yes, hot off the press does have some fun things out there. And this is one of them. So I love their holographic papers. I think they're so neat, especially when you use the lights around you to have fun. So this is the last of the Valentine things that I had to show today. Again, it may just be these things that are on sale, or it could be a lot. And some of these are 1-fers and some of these have more. So if you do see it and you see it on a sale, grab it. I would, because it will tell you in your cart if you shop on the computer exactly how much is there. And if you are shopping on your phone, then here's my tip for you. If you want to see if there's just one, you can always go through and with that just one, you can go to your cart once you pick it, and you can type in a quantity of 3, and it will tell you at the top of your cart, we don't have that many. And then it pops your quantity down to how many we have. So if you try to shoot for 7, it should throw it down to show you that there's only 2 left. So you'd end up with a quantity of 2 on there. So that's a trick if you're not using your computer and you use your phone like I do all the time. that is something that you can do in order to find out how many are there, because there are going to be some ones and twos in there. Okay, vintage roses. So Brittany and I came up with a plan, and this is what we decided. This is a beautiful set. It's right before Valentine's Day. I encourage you to get as much or as little of this as you want, or none if you don't want to, but you can use it for more than Valentine's Day. It is beautiful papers. I'm going to run through them here. I know that I have up till about 5:15, 5:30, and I'm close, but I am going to put these cards together. I do not have examples as of yet, but we are putting these cards together. We are doing the videoing of it, and we are going to put it on, Bryce, is going to try and put it on a live stream video, even though we won't be live, like we would for one of your playbacks. We've been having trouble doing a live stream. Bryce tried doing it this last Saturday and he was unable to. So we're going to try again to see if we can do it as a live stream. If not, you will see it as a difference with the difference between the live stream and not live stream is that we can't chat, but you will find it as a video, at least on YouTube, set up for Saturday to be able to watch. So if you're local or close and you order, this will go out in the mail tomorrow if you order it, and we will send it right out to you. So we're going to go over the difference between the two packs, because I told you that that was something that we were going to do. We've talked about it a little bit, but you can see a little bit closer. I want to quickly go through some of the die cuts. These are the embossed die cuts. There's always 4 pages. And watch, one of these days, the always is going to go away, and I'm going to say, oh, this one only has 3, or this one has 6, because they may change it up on me. So if one of these days I open it up and say, remember, it's only 4, and then we have more, we have less, then I'll have to just say, I'm sorry, didn't know we changed. So these are your flower die cuts. They've got embossing on them. Like I said, there's a set of 4 pages. They're all different. There is love here in some of it. There is love in full bloom. Love blooms here. A garden of love in every petal. These are the best days. Life is more lovely with you by my side. It's got a little tag and a little tab right here that you can use that says documented. So there are some focus on the love pieces. As you can see, there's a love here. But I'm pretty positive that anybody that you send a card to, you probably love them. So I want to encourage you to think about that as you decide, well, I don't have a lot of people to give Valentine's to. Every friend that you have is somebody that would love a card, because not everybody has a Valentine's at Valentine's Day. And it's always nice to let someone know that you love them, period. So, what is the difference between the 2 paper packs? Truth. I will answer that here in just a moment. So this is our cutout ones. So you're going to see some, like I said previously with the lavender, you'll see some things that you saw on the embossed ones, but you will have a whole bunch more. But these you have to hand cut. And I'm going to encourage you to not go too hog wild crazy with trying to cut in between each of these. If you buy ephemera from any company, you will find that their die cuts are set up as being more rounded, and it may dip in a little bit here and there, but it is not as perfect as cutting out each one of these little petals as you go around. It will drive you crazy. So I encourage you to go ahead and do an outer area. Take a look at some of your embellishments and have that help you be your guide, because it can be very hard on your hands. I like that this set has a lot of straight cuts as well as cut arounds. But I do know that my hands hurt after a while. I know that there are a couple of you whose hands hurt a lot, and it's hard to cut out some of these. So I think that's why they kind of decided to go ahead and do some die cuts that you push out and then some cutouts. But again, you get a lot more bang for your buck. I think you get 3 pages of each kind. Let me double check that on the front page. I think I've shown you all of them. There are 6 designs, 3 of each. So you've seen the 6 first pages, and so that gives you 18 sheets by the time that you look. They are single-sided. There is nothing on the back so that you won't have to worry about, I don't want to cut it out of such pretty paper. You won't. It'll just be on the back. I will use the die cut. I will be using the die cut embellishments, but in my class, but I will also be doing some of the cutouts just so that you can see how to maybe apply them, and we'll talk about cutting those out a little bit easier so that it's not so hard on your hands. This is the Vintage Rose collection paper in a 6x6. It is small. It is shrunk down. So what you see here is what you're going to see on the collection paper in the 12x12. So this makes it really nice because it's the perfect size to be able to show you on the camera very well. And I'm going to just bring it in a little bit more so that you can see the size and well, it kind of doesn't want to agree with me, does it? So this is the size that it comes in. As a 6x6 or a 12x12, this is the collection pack. It is not the basics pack, and that is going to be the difference between the 2 names. The collection pack, as I mentioned earlier, it's going to come with a lot of vocals. It's going to have backgrounds on the back, but a lot of times it's going to give you your main vocal points. And all you have to do is add some embellishments to it. Isn't that beautiful? And we'll get to the basics, but I do not have a basics in a 6x6 as of right now. So it could be that they were sold out, and so that's why we don't have it. So in this set of the collection pack, in the 6x6, you will not get some of the things that you get in the larger 12x12 pack. So let me show you what those will be and look like. One of the things that you don't get in the 6x6 version is bigger pictures, of course. Look at that on your front page. That's just a portion of one of the pictures in here. Well, the very next page I can show you. But you've got 6x12 sitting right here is something that you can use on the front. Or, like we talked about, the collection pack comes with all of these sentiments and sayings. You're the best. It's a beautiful day just for you. Thankful for you. My best friend. Happy birthday. So again, not necessarily a Valentine's Day card, but you could certainly use it as a Valentine's Day card. So this is it in a fuller, bigger picture version. And the background. And the backgrounds are going to be the same as what you see on the other. So not only do you not have the wording, but there will be another spot in here where we should have some vocal tags like the other set. I could be wrong. It might be in our basics that we have it, because they do switch them up. So there are differences between the two. And let's take a look and see what those two differences are for this pack. And then you get it again, and you should get a set of 2. So 12 double-sided paper patterns, 2 of each of the 12 designs. Okay, so in this basics, so in the last one, the collection pack that I showed you here, this was their collection pack, and they had all the cutouts. This time around, all the cutouts are in this pack. So on the top, you get the cutouts that are already here, and you get the same sentiments this time around. And sometimes this is a picture, guys, so I just want to give you a heads up. It's not always sentiments. And in this one, the basics pack, this time around, they're doing all the tags here. So it's pretty interesting to try and make a guess as to which one's going to be your tags and which one isn't. But I will tell you right now, if you see it on the front, you can definitely tell the difference between this collection pack and this collection pack. They're both collection packs, but one is tags and backgrounds, and then the other one is a really full, robust picture background papers. So there will be differences between each one. It will go back and forth. I think that it will really just depend on what you have, what they decide to put in each one. But this set does not match the 6x6 collection pack. This is the 6x6. This is the 12x12 basic, and they have a 6x6 basic. However, we do not have that one currently in stock, and it may still come in, so you never know. I personally like all the tags and things. I have a lot of fun with those. So we'll have to see. I may decide to use from both packs, or I may decide to just use out of one pack. So I haven't made up my mind yet. And then we've hit the other section. So again, you get two of each of 12 designs in the basic pack, just like you did in the collection pack. So those are the differences between the basics and the regular. So take a look sometime. Take a look at making sure that when you're double checking, you know, when you see all the little tags on the front, even if it's basics or it's listed as the collection version without the word basics behind it, your tags are going to be the one that you see have the tags, and it's going to have a mixture of backgrounds and pictures and tags. But in this particular case, a lot of the focal point ones were in the other page, this set. See, and that just says Vintage Rose, and this one says Vintage Basics. So there you go. So that's your difference there. If you had looked at this one that we had looked at earlier, you would have the Lavender and Fairies. This is the regular pack, and this one is the tags and pieces, and this one is our basics, and we had more backgrounds in this and not many vocal points, if you remember right from when I showed you this one. So you never know what you're going to see, and that's why we opened them up on Wednesday nights. So look for us on Saturday. Hopefully Brittany and I will not only be able to pull off a recording, but that I'll be able to pull off getting the cards done in time. And then also excuse me, also we'll take a look and see what we can do about opening these goodies up for you each week, as we always do. And you should be seeing that Valentine's stuff come in on the newsletter. So keep an eye out for that. Please be patient. If you don't see it until Friday, just know it's just taking a little bit of extra time. And Debbie is hoping to be feeling up and better starting next week. We just aren't sure exactly what that will look like. If we need to, we'll do another one of the card making classes in the process. And I believe that we have some new stuff, like I said, coming in next week. So maybe there'll be a new class next week from me. So you never know, but we'll try and keep your Saturdays full of something, whether it be a replay or whatnot. We just had trouble this last week setting it up. So thank you everyone for your time. If you don't have any questions, please remember to, once the stream ends, hit a refresh and go down and make a comment in the bottom. List what you are looking forward to being able to see the most, or purchase the most, or what your favorite item was the most. Just let us know something that really stood out to you for the evening. Put it in comments. And I love the roses too, Stephanie. Put it in your comments down below, and you will be entered in the drawing that Mary R. and our crafty friends are doing. The drawing is ending on the end of this week. So we will be hitting the 1st of February, and there will be a prize going out to someone this next week, usually about a week after the 1st of the week, I would think. Let's see. Anything else? Any questions that anybody has? Please give a thumbs up. You can do that now, or you can do it after the stream is ended. So please definitely let us know at any point in time if you have any questions. You've got customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com that you can send your messages to, and Mary and I will try and get to those as quickly as we can. And if one person can't answer your question, the other person can when they're in. So we will make sure that we try and keep up on that and answer any questions that come through. And then you can always either call our number that's on our contact list on our website, or you can use our info at Simply Special Crafts. But if it is a question about product, it usually will come through to customer service. So you may get a quicker answer if you just send those questions about product to customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and I am going to say good night.